Sometimes life doesn't show up to us in polite ways, nice ways. Sometimes it doesn't tap us on the shoulder. Sometimes it just shows up and it just punches us in the face, punches us in the gut. Wherever you get punched, life punches you. And I think that happens for all of us. And that's why I created this channel. I wrote a book called Life Punch, same idea. And so I think that life happens to all of us. I think that we just don't talk about it enough. So if that resonates with you, if any of that resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. I'll put a link to the book below. You can check that out later. But really want to talk about how life happens to all of us and how we react to those punches, how we react when life punches us. And I think there's a couple different categories of life punch. One is the big stuff like the hurricanes, and we have this, real scary stuff, real catastrophic life punches. And it's stuff that hurts. We experience loss and we experience death and relationships that break up, and we lose jobs and we get sick, and all this stuff, just real stuff that happens to everybody. It happens to absolutely everybody. And those big hurricanes come and they scare us. It's real stuff. It really scares us and it can just stop us in our tracks. And then you look at the other extreme and we've got these little things are compared to like hiccups. And so you look at the roadmap of your life and you look at these little things and you realize these things don't really matter. They're just like a speed bump. When you look at the road of your life, they're just a speed bump. They're kind of insignificant. They're small. They're little. They're really kind of dumb. They're kind of dumb little things when we think about it. And yet sometimes it's those things that irritate us so much, and they get under our skin and they just rub us the wrong way. And man, it can change our whole day. It can change our whole outlook. And so you have those two big extremes, hiccups and hurricanes. And what do we do with that? How do we react to those things? How do we overcome? And I look at the hurricanes, and sometimes people go through those and they learn from the hurricane, right? They come out stronger and wiser, and they learn more perspective, and they learn about themselves. And the hurricane actually becomes a teacher. And when you're on the other end of the hurricane, I've been through that too, real ways. You're on the other end of it, the other side of it. You can look back and you can see what you were supposed to learn in that or from that. And you can see how you were supposed to grow or how you did grow. And again, the hurricane can be good. The hurricane can be a teacher. And then again, you can look at those hiccups. And I think it's funny that you look at those little things, again, insignificant, in some cases, just stupid little things. And yet, what do they do to us? Like they chip away at the core of who we are, and we do things that we're embarrassed about, and we speak in ways that we know we shouldn't, and we throw tantrums, and we hurt people in the process. Like, we hurt people with our words, and we hurt people by the way that we treat them, all because of these stupid little hiccups. But you got these two extremes, and that's life, right? We all deal with that. We all have hiccups. We all have hurricanes. What do we do with that? How do we react? How do we overcome? And that's really the heart of the book, is just as life comes at you, how do you react and how do you overcome? And for me, I think it's two things. For all of us, I think it's two things: that we need to hold on to God and we need to help each other. We hold on to God and we help each other, because we are not meant to go through life alone. We are not meant to go through life alone. You are not meant to go through this life alone. And I heard somebody describe it this way: like, if I were to take my right hand and I would reach up to God and take his right hand, and then if I were to take my left hand and I reach out to a person that I know is in need, or they're hurting, or they need help, or all of those things. And so I take my right hand that's holding on to God, I take my left hand that's holding on to you, and I join those two hands together, and then I get out of the way. And man, I love that picture, because that's my heart. That's my hope for this channel. That's my hope for this book. That we can hold on to God, we can help each other, and that's how we make it through. Like, that is how we make it through life. And so again, if any of this resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. And I invite you to check out the book. I'll put a link to that below. But yeah, just want to help each other. Again, we're not meant to go through life alone. If you are seeing this, if you are alive, you have a pulse, I can guarantee you this: God is still writing your story. He is still writing your story. And you may have no clue, like no clue what he's doing, no clue what's going on right now. But I guarantee you, he is writing your story. And he's doing that for all of us. The trick is that we just need to let him write it. We need to let him develop the script when we can't figure it out, when we can't follow it. We need to trust. And so just want to encourage you with all that. Hold on to God, help each other. If you've got some comments on that, I'd love to hear the comments below, and look forward to connecting with all of you. Hold on to God, help each other.